The waves had been violent all night. By morning, something had come with them. It was just after 6 a.m. when a man walking the coastal trail stopped dead in his tracks. There, wedged between the rocks, was something that had no business being there. It was massive, rusted, covered in barnacles like it had been underwater for decades. Nobody called it in at first. They just stared. One man pulled out his phone. Another climbed closer. A third one said nothing. He just slowly backed away. The structure had two circular openings on top, like eyes, hollow, dark, staring back. No markings, no flag, no sign of where it came from. The ocean had carried this thing from somewhere. The question was, how far? Authorities were called within the hour. Divers were on standby by noon. But what they pulled out from below the waterline, no one was ready for. The rocks were slippery, dangerous, but the man couldn't stop moving closer. The vessel was enormous up close, way too big to be a buoy, way too structured to be debris. Then he noticed something strange. The hatch on top wasn't rusted shut. It had been opened recently. He shone his flashlight inside. Nothing, just darkness, and the smell of something metallic. Then the Coast Guard arrived. One officer leaned in close and immediately straightened up. He said nothing, just radioed something in a low voice. Within minutes, they weren't alone. 3 unmarked vehicles pulled up on the ridge. That's when everything changed. A diver went under. 30 seconds passed, then 60. He surfaced fast, mask half off, breathing hard. He looked at his team leader and said just 4 words. "There's a room inside." Not a storage compartment, not a tank, a room, with a chair bolted to the floor. They pulled it out slowly, a waterproof case, sealed, military grade, inside, maps, coordinates, and a logbook dated 1987. This vessel hadn't drifted accidentally, it was deployed, purposely sent to the bottom decades ago. Someone had used this thing as a listening post, deep underwater, monitoring signals, right off this coastline. Someone knew exactly what was down here. The logbook was handed to intelligence officials. No press release followed, no explanation was given. The vessel was removed overnight. By morning, the rocks were empty. Like it never existed. Local fishermen said they'd seen lights in that water for years. Nobody believed them. Somebody always knew. The ocean didn't reveal a secret. It finally delivered a warning. Hit subscribe, because we find the things the world tries to bury. The next one is even darker.